Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War stream. Today we are going to be continuing our adventure of trying to get a vault key because we have still not found one. Of course there are two main methods to go and do this. Either go spam explore with a quick sunbird team, which I think I still have set. No, I do not. But just with a standard, that one. Sunbird team, or just go and run PvP a bunch of times, and we'll probably just run casual PvP with the new +5 glory guy, or at least this week he gives +5 glory. Either or. This would technically be quicker from a gnome perspective, but I don't think we currently have a pet gnome. Never mind, we do. Okay. That answers that question. So I guess we will go do explore first starting out, because we already have this pet, and there's no point in trying to get a pet if, well, we can't get a pet because we already have one. So, yeah, let's keep doing that then. Actually, you know what? I keep doing it in that kingdom. I don't even think that's the one I need to be doing it in. We go under trait stones. I need to see which one of these arcanes is the absolute lowest and start getting more of them because we need more. I hope all of you have been having a good weekend so far. Mine has been trying to set up a console streaming. I am finally going to start doing console streaming. It's something I've been wanting to do for ages. I currently only have one console though. The Nintendo Switch. I do have some of the older consoles as well, but the only issue with that is they are not here. They're all in New Jersey, which is several states away from the state I'm currently in. Though I could have it shipped to me. I could go get my dad, and it wouldn't be too much to get it shipped, but I don't know, that'd be that'd be a whole ordeal in itself. But for now, we're just going to be doing Nintendo Switch. Mainly just Mario Party, and then once Brawl comes out, or not, why do I keep going to Brawl? Smash. Comes out, the Smash Ultimate. We'll be doing that quite a bit, probably. It comes out on the 7th, and I have everything I need for it already. I just need to actually get it set up and need the game actually released. That would help. Anyways, this is our lowest trait stone. We have Dark Stone or Drak Zoom. I guess we'll do Drak Zoom. So we'll go here, and let's go grind it out. There's more yellows here too, though the yellows don't really matter too much. I think we're pretty much already completed with the event. We only need like 60 more kills. We'll have that in not even any amount of time. The kingdom that we were doing in has almost 0 yellows. That's why it wasn't moving much. Hello JZG. Hello Demon or Angel. Hello Zeddicus. Hello Summit. Hello Kevin. Hello Steve. And hello Michael. How great is it? What, the Nintendo Switch? It's quite a bit of fun. It's a really interesting console. And I like the mobility of it in that you could just move it wherever you want. Or, you know, you could, like, take it out. And there's a lot of options for play with it, that's for sure. So I'm going to be keeping it docked most of the time. Just because you can have a stabler connection that way. Well, I guess you technically could put an Ethernet cable into the thing, but you would need a USB-C adapter, which I probably will be getting, but that's like a... I don't know. It seems like it would be too annoying to have to set all that up. I have everything I need to set it up, though, if I really needed to. But it's easier just to have it all docked. What do we need to move? We'll take a... I'll take the green. Why is this even hard? What is this him? How is he not dead yet? I hate when there's a mythic and it just refuses to go down on a explore battle. Ooh, Darkest Dungeon. Yeah, Darkest Dungeon is a lot of fun. Still one of my favorite roguelikes ever. Or roguelite, I should say. It's technically not a roguelike. It's very, very close, though. But, I don't know. It has the permadeath aspect of your allies, but it doesn't have a permadeath aspect as far as a lot of things. Like the resources. You get to keep using your allies every single time. And, I don't know. It's kind of... kind of roguelike, kind of not. I guess roguelite basically is its own category, though, at this point. Because there is a decent amount of difference, I guess, between the two. Both are still fun genres, though. Hello, Mr. Jesse. Hello, Cameron. Hello, Rainbow Dash. Yeah, that's a game I haven't actually played for a while, too. Darkest Dungeon. It's been, what, 2 months now since I played it? Or at least on the channel anyways. But then again, I don't think I have played it off stream at all. Mainly because the most recent file we were using, I was trying to make sure we did it only on stream. Yeah, we got a soul gnome. That's not really too useful unless you have a vault key. We need to surprise with 1. Please give us our first vault key already. Also, we'll give out a redeem code once we find a vault key. That will determine when we give a redeem code, even if it's literally right now, if it's a vault key. Is it a vault key? Nope, souls. That is not what we need. We have more souls than we'll ever know what to do unless they completely add something to the Soul Forge that will sink billions of them. Because at the moment we have, what even is our soul count these days? Too much. I think it's 3.5 million. And we can get like double that if we go and disenchant everything. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's probably going to be a lot of sales coming up soon too, for stuff like that, since the Cyber Monday, Black Friday sales and everything. I don't even know if I will be doing any shopping then. I'll probably be doing some Christmas shopping then for people. Other than that, I don't think there's anything I need to get. Most of the stuff I already got. Some of the things I knew wouldn't really go down in price. Like the Nintendo Switch isn't moving in price. Almost nothing Nintendo ever moves in price. The only thing I really got recently that I may have been able to get cheaper if I waited a little bit longer was the capture card. Probably would have been ever so slightly cheaper, but the main one probably would have been the TV. But I don't know, the TV was pretty, not that bad. It's 150, 100, it was about 150 for, oh, how big is that? I want to say 32 inch? Why do I feel like it's bigger than that? Let's see, this is 17.3. So yeah, it's 32 inch. It's a 32 inch 1080p. I don't know, is that bad for 150? I don't even know. I don't do TV shopping much. That's actually the first TV I've owned in, gosh. It's actually right there. I'm touching it right now. It's that close. But we'll be using it later. But let's see. When was the last time I've had a TV? Other than literally right now. It's been, I want to say, 6 years since I've had a TV. 6 to 8 years. It's not actually set up to cable though or anything. I'm just using it for a screen basically. Also, I don't currently have it set up for this. I might eventually set it up as a second screen though. I have everything I need to set it up, I believe. So I might go try figuring out how on earth to do that later. Not today later, but sometime probably in the next week later. Because that'd be kind of nice having a gigantic Gems of War up there. It'd be really easy with a Steam Link too. That's that's something I could probably pick up then. That's going on sale probably in like a week or two. I think it was like only $5 last time. It can be done without it, I believe, with HDMI cables, but I don't know if I have a spare. I have 2 currently. So I could probably just use the one from the Switch for it. Should be compatible. They're all the same thing. Yes, I have 2 HDMI cables. One for the capture card and one for the Nintendo Switch into the TV. And I could probably just use the one from the... If I'm not using the capture card, I could probably just use the one from the capture card and use it to hook my laptop to the screen. Because I wouldn't be using the capture card while I'm streaming Gems of War. I would only need it while I'm streaming any console game. Oh wait, or then again, maybe I would need it for that. Because, if it's not on this screen, but it's on that screen, oh yeah, I would actually need the capture card though. Well, I'll figure something out for it. I believe I do have 2 HDMI cables though. I should. We'll find out later. Can I maybe show some low-level Possessed King? Does that exist? You need to have him fully traded. So that, in theory, makes him not low-level. Kind of, but I don't know. You wouldn't really use him for his Daemon boost ratio either. You just use him for his explosion like you would with everything else. So you would need to have some kind of other good troop to use it with. Like, do you have any other legends or mythics? Because the main purpose of him is to mana generate. He serves almost no purpose other than mana accumulation. So you'd just be using him like you would use a Gorgolfa or a Queen Aurora or anything else like that, where its only main goal is to accumulate you mana for the entire battle. Or buy a third one. No, I'm pretty sure I could just use the switches HDMI. I assume it's just a normal HDMI. It doesn't seem any different. We'll stick to right over. You got Borealis, Forest Guardian, Inferno King. Ooh, you can maybe build some kind of weird skull spam team then. You could literally just put all of them together with an alchemist. You could go, I don't know if, I guess that would work. You could go Borealis, Alchemist, Inferno King, and put the Mythic all the way in last slot. That'd be a pretty funny thing to do, combination-wise. You don't actually need Borealis in first slot, though. You could put it like Hero or something. But, yeah, Skull Spam into him isn't too bad. You still get the explosions regardless. Doom Skull Spam's a little bit better with it, just because you get to clear out a lot of the board. You could try picking up some of those options, too. They are in the event key drop table right now. And you get 12 event keys for free just from completing the event objectives. We're about to get 9, like, any second now. We should almost have it. Not too many yellows in this kingdom, but we're only 24 away. But yeah, there's 12 event keys. And event keys do have Bloodhammer and Glaceon this week. And it's actually pretty decent. We were using that earlier with Possessed King. Do we still have it set up? I believe we do. It's still pretty cheap as well. Like, since both of them are in event keys right now, they're easy to obtain. That's not what I'm looking for. It's also not what I'm looking for. Where do I have it? It's these three. It's not that one. Oh yeah, it was this one. This was it. Glaceon. I don't know. This is still kind of cheap. Glaceon's in event key drop table. King Bloodhammer's. You know, I still need to go do a video on him. It'd make the most sense to do it this week because literally half this team is in the drop table of event keys right now. But yeah, Glaceon, King Bloodhammer. You this guy from last week, which you should have laying around, and you already have Possessed King. It's not the lowest of rarities, but if you already have Possessed King, that's a good majority of the hard thing to get from this team. What else we need here? We'll go grab that down. But Possessed King's only going to be as good as what you have to synergize with it. Because you don't actually bother casting him. There's almost no team that would ever actually cast him. It's just not worth it. Wow, we do not have any alignment whatsoever. I think I'm just going to go for this. Hope something weird doesn't happen just to give it Enrage. And ideally, we would have gotten an alignment too, but apparently, nope. So we just kind of just pass our turn and just wait it out until something good happens, I guess. We could go and hit him now. That seems ever so tempting. Probably a bad idea, but we'll go for this. I don't think he'll have enough damage to kill us. We'll come close, but he's not going to go all the way. And then we'll hopefully have alignment here. Nope, don't even have that. We'll move that over. Now we do, and now we win. So we do not have full mana for him. That would be so perfect if we did. So much so, I'm just going to take... Oh, no! Blocked! I forgot. I took that to get full mana on him, didn't even see that it's blocked on around fail. Late mistake, but oh well. Got throw a few more hits and down it goes. Let's see, what could we build that's super cheap out of him? Let's see, where do I have a random move over slot? I guess we could build some kind of Gorgolfa team and just use a super mana generation into some kind of hero weapon that's relatively easy to obtain. So we can go Possessed King, use the Gorgolfa. Do you have Gorgolfa? Yes or no? Because that would be a very nice combination. Let's see, red damage that's cheap. There should be a lot of red damages. The problem is cheap red damage. Oh, we could do courage. Oh, that'd be funny. That wouldn't be too bad. We would need a burner, though. And the only really good in burner for that would be in furnace, which is way too expensive. Oh, we could put a gargoyle just randomly. That would make it a lot tankier, too. Would take too long to win in most battles. Oh, you don't even have gargoyle, though. Whoops, okay. Well, we need to go super cheap, then. I don't want to just put a bunch of daemons, because you're very rarely going to cast them, and his boost ratio isn't even that good for it. I'm trying to think of like a low-level thing that would actually use explosions a lot. Problem is the low-level Doomskull creators all cover his exact same colors. Oh no, not if we use the Oh, you know what? We could build him into Justice team, can't we? I think we could. We would need a freeze option though. What is the best low-level freeze these days? Oh, that's what we could do. Oh, it has a little bit of a color conflict though. If we do that, we can build that, and Ice Goblin. Bit of a color conflict. Well, actually, you know what? We can just use Golem instead then. No color conflict with that. And there we go. Do you have Ice Golem? Running out of options here. If not Ice Golem, just put an Ice Goblin there. But this should work. It covers every color too, right? Yes. Good. Okay. So which one do we need most for color? We need Valkyrie to have a +1. And we need a +2 blue. Does that exist? I don't believe that exists. I need a Valkyrie +1 into a +2 blue. Pretty sure no banner does that. Never mind. There we go. Okay. That's the one we need. And that should work. You have Ice Goblin, but not Golem? Oh, well, we'll replace that with Goblin then. And it's the same premise. Whoops. But there we go. That's what you would use then. Well, let's just retreat and go back to using a Goblin then. Instead. So it shows the exact same thing. Well, let's find a real team. Well, we'll just fight this real quick, and then we'll find a real team. So we'll put a Goblin in there. It'll make it so we don't cover brown. Unfortunately, there's no minus brown banner that would work properly. So we just don't use brown. Also have to spam this guy quite a bit more, but he has so much extra turn that shouldn't matter too much. And we have our +1 to yellow, which is nice, so we could just go directly into the Valkyrie. So we can just take a yellow to a yellow, have full mana, as long as one of them surges. And it would go crazy with the caster. And now we just basically keep spamming him. Justice, you throw it whatever you need mana, or you can even just throw it on Doomskulls. Doomskulls would allow you to hit more explosions with his 2 explosions that he keeps getting. And basically, we just keep looping this over and over again. We'll keep getting more explosions off of him. He'll keep our mana going. And we have 2 explosions every single time we cast with him. We have 2 explosions every time we extra turn. And this will basically just keep us going forever. And we just essentially keep getting some freezes. Throw this down to try to get extra turns wherever we can. That should normally hit. But unfortunately, that did miss there. But we'll just keep doing that. And yeah, we just keep beating it over and over again until you have enough damage to just instantly kill everything with 1 shot. And then you just kill everything with 1 shot. And throw some Doomskulls. Actually, this might just be just a legit good team. I didn't even realize how much loop this has. It's not too bad. It might be towards the slower side, though, if we were to actually use it as a real team. But, yep, that would definitely work. What banner is it? It's a Leonis Empire. +2 blue, +1 yellow, -1 green. The +2 blue you need so you get a lot more blue, and the +1 yellow you need so you get Valkyrie up, because he's blocking your red. And just ignore skulls until you get mana, and then just get Justice going like crazy over and over again. Unless we have no alignment, in which case I guess we'll do nothing for our turn. What an awful board. I think we get rid of brown. We don't actually use brown, so that probably would be the one to go for. Not too much mana, but at least it's mana. Get all Valkyrie back up, throw away the browns, which we don't even use. Throw Justice down, we can just do it on Doomskulls. Justice can hit on Doomskulls, which is pretty nice. And we just keep spamming that. Get more freeze, just so we have it. Throw it on Doomskull again. And he can explode the Doomskulls pretty easily too, since he does the 2 explosions each time, assuming you have him traded. Really, if he's not traded, there's no reason to use him, though. Possessed King is one of those mythics where it's basically required to trade it, just because it's so bad otherwise. Oops, why am I trying to freeze him? He is impervious. The only reason you actually even need to freeze is just so you boost ratio off of Justice. He gains 4 extra attack and HP to all allies per freeze. Oh, sorry, Leonis Empire. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I talk too quick sometimes. But, yeah. Actually, that's so good, we might as well show it as a cheap team for the video, too. I still haven't bothered doing a video for that. I need to go do that soon for Possessed King. I need to do it this week because, a lot of the options that are available, actually in both of these two teams, Ice Goblin is in event keys right now, and, Glaceon and, King Bloodhammer are in event keys right now. So both of those teams, or both of those, components for Possessed King are already available right now, which is nice. 2 epic ingots. I was wondering why we got 2. It was from PvP leaderboard thingy, which I still haven't bothered completing yet. How far are we? 1,060. Let me go do that right now, because we keep doing 1 trophies and other stuff. But let's go use what team should we go with these days? I should go with some kind of... Do we still have Devour here? Yes, we do. Let's go with Mercy Devour. This is actually probably one of my favorite teams to use in the current state of the game right now. It's not necessarily the quickest, but it's a lot of fun to use. It was the meta like 2 years ago. It's still really good. It has never not been good. It just has seen better days. But still efficient enough to win. A really weird team to use against this particular team, though. It's mainly meant for things that have higher stats, this team. Hello, Scott! Did I finish the weekly event? No, but we're pretty much right on top of it. We're definitely going to have it by the end of the week. I just haven't bothered going out of my way for it much. Okay, we'll go get a Mercy there. Get all the mana we need. Apparently not full, but we just grab that. Oh, he has Zugoff? Wait, who is this? You have a Zugoff? How do you have a Zugoff? Okay, we'll go and devour you. Go get a summon there. Who is this? Oh, JZG, you have Zugoff? Or is this even you? Is that a fake JZG? It has a dot before its name. Is that actually you? Since when did you get a Zugoff? How long have you had that for? Or is that even you? Could be someone else who's just using that name, but I assume that's you. What did we take? Take the yellow over. Did you mention that earlier and I didn't even see it? You probably did. That is very likely. Couple of months ago. You've had it for that long? Wow, that's a while. I'm still like another year away from it. Unless we start really going for leaderboards. I guess we'll try for it eventually. We'll just have to pick a Thursday and just grind it out on a hero class that we don't already have max, just so we get a little bit better value for it. It still gets the revive on itself. Moments like this makes me want to have Shegra on this team. When we have all those reds on the board. Normally Shegra is what you're supposed to use with this team. But Bloodhammer allows you to get Doom Skull spam. How do you recover your account? You recover your account by, well, did you ever link your account? If you linked your account, it's really easy to recover your account. All you have to go do is, oh no, I need to go repick this. We already have a pet active. But to recover your account, all you have to do is, if you already have it linked, you just need to put in your password thingy. Or if it's linked and you forgot what the password was, you can just contact support. But as far as if you didn't have it linked or anything like that, that's going to be a little bit harder. You can still contact support, but it might take a while for it to process. And they would also need to confirm that's your account and everything too. But go to gemsofwar.com, go under support, and go under the submit a request all the way in the top right, and just basically fill out that form. Which one do we devour? I guess we go for Infernus, just so we don't have to deal with it. He escapes, he escapes. That needs to not die, though, would be great. Alright, we have alignment, so that should destroy everything. Yeah, no problem. Oh, wait. I wasn't thinking because I was... I saw the revenge battle and I was answering that question. But, I repicked a pet gnome into a pet gnome. Whoops. That's funny. Oh well. I'll take a red over, take another red over. Still no mercy. Still no mercy. Oh, and I did take the skull. At least it didn't die. Or did it? Will it? Don't you dare. Okay, it didn't go all the way. We'll go get rid of you just because you're going to be annoying. And then we can just mercy into whatever we get from this. Which appears to be that. Get some merge, so we actually get to partially dodge that. Ideally, that would be alignment. Appears to be not, but it's still worth going for. And dead. Hey, G-Vills, glad you could join. You know what? Let's actually go back to using this. This was actually quite a bit of fun. The other version of this team. Team Ketris. Ketris is normally ran into a red spam team, and you basically cast it on second slot and fourth slot is what you do with that, and it just double shots. Using it with Hellcat is one of the easier ways. Alchemist Moneylender loop is also pretty nice. Like Alchemist Moneylender, Goblin Rocket Ketris is a pretty good synergy team. Something along the lines of that. It's relatively cheap too. All of it's low rarity other than Ketris. It's kind of like this team, and where you're basically building a cheap team around one single troop. And that would be Ketris' version of it. Why is there no Doom Skulls? Trying to get one. We'll throw some normal skulls. You know what? I should actually throw that yellow, because now we don't have any Valkyrie to go use. And he just cascaded all the mana I needed, of course. We'll go and, we'll take a blue for now. Get another explosion. Hopefully that'll be enough to do something with you. We can take the red, but that's not going to do much since it's going to be blocked on, it's just going to go into him. Now it'd be worth it to go for the red, because it'll go into Valkyrie. Get another freeze down. He'll get a summon, of course. And, oh, I did not want to get rid of red here. I will if we have to, though, if it's the only option. Still worth going for. Oh, we got Doom Skulls now, too, if we want to go use it. So at this point, I don't even know if we're really going to need it. Actually, I guess we will. We get to go through it right now. Try going for a kill. It missed, but we can just keep spamming it until we win. And down it goes. Any vault keys found? No, we're still at 0. Oh, that's interesting how he has that. I like the way he has it. I never noticed that black looked so nice in that. Yeah, we're still at 0 vault keys. Can Dragon's Eye turn one of the loot gnomes into a baby dragon? Yes. Transforming a Loot Gnome or a Valraven or anything that drops a bag into a Valraven does still count as a kill. And that's applicable everywhere. It always counts as a kill. It's even a kill applicable for things like things that have a boost ratio based on enemies that have died and stuff like that. It counts for a kill in those instances as well. Hey, you still get whatever loot they have when you do that. Oh, please don't kill it. Good. If that would have died, that would have been unfortunate. That's kind of our entire team. Well, not really, but it's very helpful to have. So let's go get a Valkyrie. I need to start getting Justice up. I almost want to throw this on red just because there's so much red on the board. Nice. Then we'll go throw it on Doom Skulls. Or we just get another freeze just so the boost ratio is a little bit better. Apparently it gets blocked. We'll throw another freeze. We'll just keep throwing freezes until we have multiple, just to get better value out of it. Earlier on in the game, you'd probably want to do that a lot more as well, just because that makes up a good majority of his stats. Like, we have 2 freezes right now. That's an additional 8 attack and 8 life, which is 20 total. But obviously that number would be a lot lower earlier on in the game. Ooh, oh, okay, good. We did get a extra turn at the end there. Let's get another freeze. Trying to hit him. Apparently he doesn't want to. Go to that. Get another Doom Skull. And he's almost dead, but he's not completely dead yet. Maybe destroy that again. And it's match. Or almost match. Yeah, it's match. September 11th. Oh, is that when you got your Zugoff and you posted it on the forum? Oh, cool screenshot topic. 5 billion gems later. Wait, how much gems did it actually cost you? Out of curiosity. Or did you even keep track? That's actually a somewhat hard thing to keep track, because you actually technically have to keep track of how much gems you get back as well, and factor that in. Because if you're making first place, you're getting 700 gems back, so you have to factor that in every single time. Hey, how much did it cost you approximately? Do you know? I normally say it's like 30,000 or so. I know it's around like 20 to 50,000. It really depends how you're going about it. Technically, you can get it for almost free if you just do it over a long period of time, which is basically the way I'm going about it. Yeah, I had a feeling you wouldn't know. There's a lot of effort that would have to go into track it exactly. Plus, it happens over a long period of time. You got 5 first places, nice. Yeah, I still haven't bothered going for a single one yet. Well, I did for PvP leaderboard, but that doesn't give it orbs. But yeah, we'll try for one eventually. I want to at least get one, if nothing else. I'm just trying to do it at a time where people might not go for it, just so it's cheaper. I think Warlord was actually pretty cheap the other day, 2 days ago. Because most people have Warlord maxed already, due to a lot of people keeping it as their first hero class. Oops, well, there goes our team. He just beat us with Skull Spam team. Rip. Actually, we both use somewhat similar teams. And he just infinitely looped us with Skull Spam. Good job. I've never seen anyone actually use that troop, but it destroyed us. Come on, we only need one more battle. Do it against the Silent One team. You can get easy first place on the second round of class battles? What do you mean by that? Oh yeah, because everyone has already leveled up their things. Yeah, there's a lot of them that are repeating. Dragon's Guard is next week. I won't be doing it that week for 2 reasons. One, I already have it maxed, and another one is people might try maxing it. It's one of those hero classes that could technically be better than Titan in some instances. The biggest thing that Dragon Guard has going for it, well, for one, it counts as a dragon. That in itself is actually pretty decent. But the other big thing it has is it has the highest consistent skull mitigation of any hero class. It has 40% reduction, which is technically slightly worse than 30% dodge, but more consistent than 30% dodge. So it's occasionally used for that purpose. It also has Dispel, which, even though it doesn't have half mana start, Dispel is pretty useful for getting rid of Barrier. in some particular teams. And there we go. No clue why it took that long, but there we go. Let's go and back to our glory farming. Actually, I haven't even used that all day yet. I've been just doing the other explore stuff. But let's go use the +5 glory guy. 5 glory is definitely a lot. We're actually getting 6 because I believe I still have it set to, yeah, the +1 extra glory. Let me use the gold first, just so we have it. Also so we can gain some more mana if we just randomly get it somewhere. And it just keeps throwing pistol like crazy. Until we win. Let's go down, straight down the team. Actually, before we do, let's go get some mana for him. Was there any 10,000 subscriber celebration? Well, we had a little bit of a stream for it. I've still been meaning to cover a video for it, though. And we will be. Where is the best place to farm vault keys? Explore? Yeah, explore. Either explore spam or challenge spam. The only reason I'm specifically doing casual PvP right now is just because it gives 6 extra glory. So if you wanted to do it for that, it'd still be pretty decent. It's a lot slower than if we were to do explore, but we get a lot more fight variation. Plus, we get the glory from it. Well, we might go back to doing explore spam. It definitely wins way quicker than this. And everywhere has the same drop rate for gnomes. It really just comes down to how quickly you win out the battles. Also, where did I need to explore again? I think it was Droxzoom, right? I need brown purple. Which, yeah, Droxzoom does count as brown purple, so let's just do it here. Not with that team. Yeah, something like this would be the quickest. Hey, we got a map and an extra turn right at the end there. Also, hello Wizzo and Gustavo, welcome. Hey, look, we already got a no. The drop rate doesn't have any effect, but we can win way quicker. Come on, Vault Key. That is not a Vault Key. If we get a Vault Key, we'll give out a redeem code. So apparently no redeem code today. No, just kidding. We will have it, even if we don't get one. We'll hand it out immediately once we do, if we do. Keyword on if. Still at 0. It feels like last week. We got, last Vault event. We got none all on Friday. Then we didn't get it till like the last hour, hour and a half of the Saturday stream. Seems like it's going to play out the exact same way. Redeem code at 250 viewers. There's no way we're reaching 250 viewers when we're not doing new content of any kind. If it was a new patch, we could try doing that. That's like the only time we'd ever hit 250 viewers. How do you enter the code? Redeem codes are used on gemsofwar.com underneath the game code section. And it just gives a small amount of in-game resources, 2,500 gold, a gem key, and 2 treasure maps. It's about the equivalent of 2 gnome drops. You got 6 yesterday, wow, but 0 today. But I'm still on 0 for both. Also, the link that was just posted in stream, that works as well. That one that was just posted. Your account reset and you were level 1,248. Well, definitely go and try recovering that. And also make sure you always have your account linked too. It makes it a lot more convenient to recover your account. So much so that you generally don't even need to contact support unless you forgot your password. But yeah, link your account and make sure you have it saved. You do it underneath account and register this device. And if you ever need to see what your password is, click show your password. Obviously, I'm not going to click that. That would be a bad idea. But that's completed. But yeah, make sure your account's linked. Will help a lot. Because if you ever lose your account or something happens with your account or anything, you can reclaim it within like seconds from any platform. Well, other than console. I think you can still link on console though. You just can't go cross-platform with console. Oh, what am I doing? That's not where I need to go. I need to go back to Zoom. See you, Anarchy. Have a good time. Best of luck with Darkest Dungeon. It's a really fun game. Oh yeah, that reminds me too. There's probably several indie games on Nintendo Switch that I could get on there. I don't know which ones I would actually want to get though. It would have to be something I don't already have. Like obviously I wouldn't bother getting Stardew Valley for it because that'd be $15 basically wasted since I already have the game. Plus it doesn't have multiplayer, I don't think, on Switch. But I should look into that. There's actually quite a few fun indie games that I haven't played that are on the Switch. Like Shovel Knight is a really, really good platformer that I never actually got the opportunity to play yet. So getting something like that on the Switch would probably be nice. Yeah, let's kill everything up. Any good defense for Blue Day that actually works? I'm trying to think of what the counter was for Blue Day. Isn't there like a really good hard counter converter for Blue Day? I can't even remember. Doesn't one of the empowereds have a blue to something convert? No, there's Tapon, which is brown to red. Mercy, which is purple to yellow. The new guy that came in that's green to brown. Was there a fourth one? Yes, the one that does green to purple. Oh, so there is none of them that convert out blue. Wait, what do I use for blue defend then? I don't even remember. Blue defend, blue defend, blue defend. It probably needs to be revamped. Wasn't that one of them that I needed to switch? Yeah, it is. No, it isn't. No. This is one of them that we kind of revamped recently. I don't know why I use Queen Mab though. I guess it's because most people don't normally, even though there's a lot of blues that have immune to freeze, I believe most of the meta for blue Guild War days these days does not actually run immune to freeze. So it's actually fine to have. Oddly enough, this had the second highest win rate last week when we were using as Paragon. It could have just been because Megavore was getting lucky. But I don't know, it has two really interesting ways of winning under AI control. One being Megavore 8% chance instant kill, and the other being Kraken's 35% chance to devour. If anyone gets either of them, that's a pretty good chance of at least slightly being able to win. And if it gets to twice, it's a pretty much one battle, especially if one of those was a Kraken Devourer. It comes down to pure luck, but sometimes you just have to do that and just hope the AI eventually gets lucky enough to win. Because the AI normally is just going to be awful. So you have to give it like some kind of capability to at least have a chance of getting through. Even if it's only rarely gets through. Just some kind of high impact thing. Some other things that work pretty good for that is anything that really has empowered. Because if they don't have a mana drain for it, you can just go into a really, really big chance of trying to have alignment. Like things like the new dwarf guy that came in the other week, or Mercy, or anything like that. Just trying to put that into some kind of really big convert, and just hope that the AI eventually gets it. It can backfire very heavily, and when it does, it's pretty much just going to be auto lose. But when it does work correctly, the AI will normally win. Yeah, skull spam teams, people used to use Doom skull spam teams for Guild War Defend a lot. I don't think people use it much, though, ever since Bloodhammer got nerfed. It's still decent, though, if you needed it for one of the days. I personally never really found Bloodhammer on his own to be good. They all have indigestible, don't they? No, you don't. Never mind. But I never really found Bloodhammer to be good on a blue counter day. Like, he does convert all blues to Doom Skulls, But the problem is, he creates them to Doom Skulls, and Doom Skulls are going to explode the board. So if they're using Scotty, all you did was create a bunch of blue for them. And even if they're not using Scotty, or Skady, however you say her name. Everyone keeps saying I say it wrong. But, but even if they're not using that Mythic, because he's creating Doom Skulls, he actually doesn't really have a remove blue effect. Because assuming he gets alignment and he explodes a bunch, you're just replenishing the board with Doom Skulls again. Also, I just realized I'm using a Devourer team against a full team of immune to Devour. Why on earth are you using all of those dwarfs? Well, let's just use this. He does nothing, obviously, but rip. Actually, I might just lose this. Might just be quicker to lose it. Yeah, let's just retreat. That would not be a good idea. That's a fail. Let's just use, yeah, we'll use Skull Spam against him. I know he has 100% skull reduction, but Doom Skulls don't care that he has 100% skull reduction. He's actually going to create color I need, so we'll just let him do his thing. Everything he creates we actually need. Oh, well, actually the red we only need. The brown we do not. But we'll get that up. Let's go take another red. He can hit us, it's fine. He just kills himself out. He doesn't even get a kill out of it. Move that over. Grab a... I'll take a red. Get both of those up for a freeze down. Get a good Valkyrie in there. Actually, we already have a good Valkyrie. Oh, that's not what I meant to do, but luckily he didn't ruin my alignment. Fail. Ooh, that's so tempting to throw Doom Skulls on. Problem is if I miss, we die. And we missed, though he didn't die all the way at least. There we go. Nice little extra turn there. We'll take those Doom Skulls just so he doesn't. Reds, get rid of some of his mana. Hopefully get Valkyrie out of this somehow, some way. Move that for now. Get rid of all the red. And let's throw down Doom Skull. Please don't miss. Nope. He missed. It's supposed to be a battle that goes down so easily. Though it doesn't really help that I'm actually using Skull Spam against it. Let's see, we'll go to that. Get a red converted again, so we have more room on the board. And we need those Doom Skulls back on so we can actually hit them. There we go, and that should kill. There we go. Now, why couldn't you have done that in the first place? Get a really big Skull Spam like that. We could have completed that out ages ago. Because when you take multiple like that, it does way more damage than it's supposed to. And he's dead. I used to play Dota 1 too, but I don't believe it ever pronounced the word of Scotty's eye. I don't know. It never... Nothing ever says its name, though. Oh, actually, it did it in the campaign, didn't it? But in Dota 1, I don't believe there was any ever instance of dialogue that ever says the word. Anyways, let's go and keep farming the Droxzoom, because we need ourselves a Volky already. At least one. We're not ending this weekend without a Volky. Also, hello there, Krail. Welcome. You might buy a couple Switch games based on what I play. Well, there's only really 2 main games I'm playing. Unless I happen to get like Shuffle Knight and a few other things. But the only 2 games I really intend to play on Switch is Mario Party, which is the only one I actually currently own. Literally the only game I own for Switch at the moment. And Smash, which also I technically own as well, but it doesn't come out to the 7th. So even though I have the code, and actually I need to go pre-download that as well. Or not pre-download, but I need to go use the code. I think you can use it before it's even released. I just want to make sure it worked. Because for all I know, they could have returned it and it doesn't work or something. It was completely sealed box, but you never know. But anyways, yeah, that's the only 2 games I have. A game that's not even launched until the 7th, and Mario Party. Oh, will we do a 24-hour stream for Smash? That actually does seem somewhat tempting. That is a kind of game that could be streamed for 24 hours. Gems of War, not so much. It's a fun game, just not for that long. But, I don't know, 24-hour stream for Smash? What day is December 7th? December 7th is a Friday. Depends what kind of new Gems of War content's coming out. We'd probably do our normal Gems of War stream on Friday. And if we were to 24-hour stream it, we'd probably cancel Saturdays, not next week, but that's what, a month from now, 4 weeks from now. But if we were to do that, Saturday would probably be the day. And it wouldn't be 24 hour, I can tell you that right now. Like maybe 12 hour. No way I'm doing 24 hour. Never. That's probably never gonna happen. But anyways, let me double check that actually. What's coming out on the 7th? Anything? I believe we already know what's coming out in Gems of War on the 7th. Let me go double check. Where is the thingy for it? Wait, why is there only 2? Oh, duh, because I accidentally X'd out the other one. Whoops. Let's see. December 7th, we are getting a new hero class for Wild Plains. Interesting. It's a shaman for Wild Plains. It's probably going to be... Oh, we're finally getting the wild... Not the wild folk. The Taurus. The Taurus hero class. That might be really good with Ketris teams. Possibly. They also recently added a 50% troop, didn't they? No. That was for Urska's. Never mind. Oh, wait. No. Yeah. Yeah, it was for Urska's. My bad. For a second, I thought it was for them. But yeah, that's still pretty nice. Hero class isn't going to be anything too over the top, though. But then again, is anything compared to Titan? But yeah, that's probably the game plan then, when Smash comes out. We'll just do the normal Friday stream. And then on, and then maybe after, we'll just go stream Smash some. I don't know what time on the 7th it comes out. Because, of course, time zones. Just because it says the 7th, it could be some kind of time later in the day or at night or something. But yeah, I think the 8th will do it then. Or who knows, maybe we'll start it on the 7th when it launches after this Gems of War stream and just keep going and going and going and going until it's like halfway into Saturday. Who knows? We'll figure it out as it happens. Because it doesn't take too long to go over a new hero class. And we could always just gem it as well. Also, it could just be a completely useless hero class too. There's a high probability of that happening. Have I found a bunch of Vault keys? Nope, we're still at 0. I'm trying to get the first one still. Hello, Haley. Hello, Headless. Welcome. Alright, we'll go throw Firebomb down. Yeah, the Sunbird. Good morning, Dallas. Welcome. Watch Tacet until he streams. Or until he collapses. No. Andrew, what is the longest stream we've ever done? I think 12 hour or 13 hour is the longest we've ever done. And it was of Stardew Valley. I think the longest Gems of War stream we ever did was 10 or 11 hours. And it was back when we were going for first place leaderboard for PvP. Hey, Glory Gnome. We haven't seen many Glory Gnomes, but they are such insanely good value. They're actually the best gnome to find in the entire game. 200 glory. And that's its worst drop. Its worst drop is 10 glory keys, which is really good. Its average drop is higher than any other gnome. The only gnome that has better drops than it is the normal gnome, because it can drop the 1 gem key, which is technically worse than 10 glory keys, but still kind of decent. The 3 gem key, the 4 gem key, which is much better than it. The 3 event key, and that's it, really. And I guess maybe the 10 gems could technically be considered better than 10 glory keys, but I don't know. 10 glory keys could end up giving you 2 gems as well. And it could even give you 3 gems if it's one of those daily tasks like the other day where it said to go open a bunch. But, yeah, on average, it's way, way better. Because that's its worst drop. Its other drops are 25 glory keys and 50 glory keys if you get 1,000. And of course, it's not even just glory keys, it's actual glory, so you could use it for whatever. You could use it for the packs as well or anything else. So, yeah, the default glory gnome is way, way above the average curve. I didn't even really realize that until I broke it down right there, but, well, I knew it was higher, I just didn't realize it was that much higher. But yeah, glory gnome was like the only gnome worth ever taking, if you were to exploit it to constantly keep repicking. I wouldn't do that, though. I do it for pet gnomes just because there's no point in getting a pet gnome when you already have a pet active. But, I don't, like, abuse it that much. I don't know if it's bannable to do so. Probably isn't. But, I don't know, I still don't want to go too crazy with it. Just in case. And there we go. We got our arcane. And we only got 100 soul. That is still pitiful that he has 100 soul drop, though. Soul Gnome's lowest drop is, what, 1,000? I think the longest was the 2017 Halloween stream. Oh yeah, we did that quite a while as well. I forgot about that. That did go on for quite a bit of time. Oh, did our Dove stream actually go that long? I don't think it did. Wasn't it only 10 hours or so? I don't remember now. But yeah, it did go on for a while. That was fun too. The problem is there's normally not enough new content that ever gets added to Gems of War to stream for that long. Because a lot of the more recent content that they add is limited to how much you could play it. Team for just starting? What, in Gems of War? It would depend heavily on what you have. Because you'd have almost nothing at that point. Generally, just look for what has good boost ratios and see if you can get enough mana accumulation. Also, if you have any of the troops that have a direct convert into any color are pretty good. Things like Valkyrus, Alchemist, Moneylender, Alchemist, Valkyrie, Apothecary, stuff like that ends up having really good board control and really good mana accumulation. Pet glitch, how do you do it? Basically, you when you see a gnome, you run away from the battle and then go right back into that battle without moving any screens. And it will give you a gnome again, but it will give you a different gnome. And you can just keep doing that until you find a gnome you want. Throw a firebomb down. And just kill it with Sunbird. Hopefully that mythic doesn't have enough durability. No, it does not. So the HP team you had try yesterday, you fixed up and pulled Infernus, so swapped the Liang for Infernus. Oh, very nice. That's a really great troop to have. That's basically the best mythic in the game. Or it is the best mythic in the game. It's basically one of the best troops in the game, Infernus. It just covers a lot of ground. It does basically everything you would ever need from a troop. Really high damage output, has board clear, has mana accumulation, has a storm into that mana accumulation, plus its explosion, so even higher chance of extra turning off of that. It does damage in a way that Submerge does not counter it, and it has the best burn in the entire game. Which in theory is a free 12 damage per turn as well, which is a lot of damage for doing nothing, other than just taking an extra turn. No, I never do the pet glitch on stream or off stream, like extremely abusing it. I don't. I just do it to repick pet gnomes, and that's it. And we did use it for Glory Gnome a few times. Like, I think the first time we ever found Glory Gnome, we did it with the glitch just so we would finally find one, because it was taking forever. But no, I don't abuse it off stream. Hey, Glory Gnome. Throw down Firebomb. Please give 1,000. My resources would be increasing a lot higher than they are if I was. It'd be really, really noticeable. 1,000 glory. You could probably, if you were actually using the glitch, you could probably get like 10,000 glory per hour. And my glory is definitely not moving up that quick. I'll go move that. Get Sunbird down. Throw that in there. And dead. You just realized that Doomclaw's Devour skips gaps left by slain troops? Yes. He is one of the few troops in the game, even though he says he devours adjacents, he does do it even if there's a gap in between. I believe he's actually the only troop in the game that does adjacent damage, or adjacent anything, that skips the exact adjacent troops, if there's a hole in between. He doesn't wrap back around, so for example, if you do it on first slot, and first slot is dead, but there's a third and fourth, it will not try devouring both of those two. But if you have, let's say, second slot is dead, and there's a first, third, and fourth alive, and you do it on third, it'll devour chance the first, and it will devour chance the fourth. It's one of the few really good things about him. That, and he's a pretty good devourer for filling gaps for various game modes. The only real big issue with him is he's really luck-based. And if you cast him twice without getting a Devour, you can actually end up losing the battle in some situations. Like if you're doing delves or towers or something. Oh, thank you. Oh yeah, we got a haircut yesterday. It was on last stream too. Did it last afternoon. Well, not afternoon, but you know, after in between the two streams, ended up getting it. Oh, it doesn't even say adjacent? Oh, never mind. What does it say? I think it says 25% chance to devour the one above and below. I forget the wording it uses. Well, how are you not dead yet? You keep getting barrier. Stop getting barrier. Okay, we'll get another firebomb down. You think doing an... Oh, I didn't even read that earlier. You think doing an 8-hour stream on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday would be amazing? That would be somewhat tempting to eventually start doing. I definitely couldn't do that for Gems of War, though. We at one point were doing it for 6 hours, but the real big issue with that is there were a lot of weeks, like this week, where we got literally nothing, where there just isn't enough content to do like an 8-hour stream on Gems of War, or even a 6-hour, or even barely even like a 3-hour. All we're doing is just repeating the same thing over and over again because we're trying to find gnomes. Like there's nothing interesting new thing to show, and there's a lot of weeks where that occurs for Gems of War. Let's see, we'll get Firebomb down. Get a Sunbird. There's no way we're going to go up in subs that much. Our sub count is even going to be affected initially by it. Too much, I don't think. Unless I actually became good at the game. So I need to go get good. And I'm a far ways away from that because I've even played Smash 4. The last time I played a Smash game was, I want to say, 8 years ago. Let's see, I was about 16, I believe, the last time. 16, 17, maybe 18. I think it was 16 or 17. Let's just say 16. That was 8 years ago. Yeah, about 8. So it's been a while. So I'm basically going to have to completely relearn everything. Though I will be using the same controller I was using back then. I'll be using a GameCube controller. Well, not actually a GameCube controller. A really new, interesting controller just came out recently. I don't think it comes out till the 23rd. I already pre-ordered it, though. It's only $25. It's actually basically the cheapest Nintendo Switch controller there is. But it's also a, it's literally just a GameCube controller. But it's a USB GameCube controller. And this is relevant because you don't need a GameCube controller adapter, which is like 20 bucks. Plus a normal GameCube controller is like 30 plus. They also added a new one recently that was like 30, but still, even that's more expensive than the $25 controller. But, yeah, it's basically a $25 controller to replace out a $50 setup. Plus, it should be just as good. And it also has the buttons on it for the home and screenshotting and stuff like that. So, it's really cool. It's really good value for $25. Hopefully it works well. I won't know till the 23rd. But it should basically just be like a normal GameCube controller. It's not made by Nintendo, though. It's made by Project A. It's officially licensed by Nintendo, though. But it's not actually made by Nintendo. But it should still be quality enough. We'll find out. I know that they already have Pro controllers on the market, and they seem to have decent reviews. They sell Nintendo Switch Pro controllers for $50 instead of $70, which is their normal price. It's basically just the exact same thing, just cheaper. We'll go take purple. I didn't bother getting a Pro controller, though. I'm just going to be using a GameCube controller for literally everything. Also, the nice thing about it being a USB controller, too, I can use it as a PC controller, a GameCube controller, without needing the adapter or anything. Wouldn't Borealis be better than Ice Goblin? No, mainly because you need all the... well, you need the extra turn capability that Ice Goblin has to keep spamming in that team. Borealis would have more freeze, but that's not the reason we're specifically using him. We're mainly using the Ice Goblin for board control. Even in the case where we're using the Golem, while freeze was one of the factors, we were mainly using it for board control. One of the biggest things that keeps Borealis from ever being used ever in almost every team is zero board control. If they made it like they made Glitterclaw, it would actually be viable on occasion. Glitterclaw converts all yellow to, blue to green. If they made it so Borealis converted all yellow to blue, it would instantly become like one of the best troops in the game, like top 10. Because freeze is very effective, plus it gets triple skull damage on it. I don't know if they're ever going to bother doing that, but it'd be a great way to make Borealis viable. Currently, you would almost never use them, though. It just takes way too long to get him going. And you would either have to put more freezes onto your team like Queen Mab or something, or you just have to wait forever to get his mana, and then waste your entire turn to go get the freeze, and then skull spam. Or normally you'd want to do that all in one troop instead of having multiple. And for example, something like Glaceon technically does multiple at once like that. It has double convert, it has a freeze, it has Doom Skull instead of normal skulls, and it has skull reduction so it doesn't get hit. Actually, it has the exact same skull reduction, 65% reduction. On towers, do you lose Fireball and Heroism scrolls if you don't use them? Or do they roll over as they are not in your inventory? I want to say they roll over, though I haven't actually tested it. I assume they roll over. They don't roll over as in, I don't think you can use them from week to week. But they roll over as in, if you get a scroll and then wait a few rooms and then use it during a later room, you'd be able to do it that way. But no, you wouldn't be able to, Wait, what on earth? This team is 3 legends and a mythic. What? This is Explorer, right? I thought that was a PvP team for a second. Anyways, but, yeah, they should roll over within the event, but they don't roll over after an event. So if you were to try to save them for 1 month from now for the next one, no, they would not roll over. The only thing that rolls over in that regard is the color-related scrolls for the weapon. So those blue scrolls that we ended up getting, the ones that upgrade the weapon specifically, those are the only scroll that would roll over from week to week. But within the event itself, all the scrolls should roll over, like these things. Like Fireballs would roll over within the event, Heroism within the event would roll over. But none of these on this screen rolls over to the next event. So your Sigils wouldn't, like with every event. Your Doom Kills obviously wouldn't. Your Fireball scrolls wouldn't, and your Heroism wouldn't. But from room to room they do. Or from floor to floor, I should say. But yeah, the only thing that rolls over is these little Ice Forge, as far as from week to week, or from month to month. And you can see those in your inventory. Those should be the only 6 if we go to inventory. Go to inventory and bring up scrolls. Does it have its own category? Forge scrolls, yeah. As you can see, there's only 6 of them. 1 for each color. And the only one that would roll over that we own is Ice Scrolls. Yeah, I have a lot of sigils just sitting there. I definitely overbought. We'll probably go use them a little bit more later. It's just once we've now reached this later ends, it goes so slow that I'm kind of just not wanting to use them. But we know for future weeks what we need to do. Just buy up to the weapon and don't go any further is basically the game plan with that. Did I see my what? I don't know what you were asking, Tuck. Let's see. Oh, sorry, I read your question wrong. Yes, I used mine immediately to clear out the boss room. Because sometimes when scouting, particularly at the higher levels, well, mainly at the higher levels, it's more efficient just to throw your scroll immediately. Like, if you have someone scouting, and they find a Heroism scroll before they find the unlocked scroll, it's more convenient just to tell everyone what your what room it was that had the Heroism scroll and just immediately use the Heroism. Because that makes it so the person who is scouting doesn't need to keep scouting. You can just use the Heroism instead and take out the battle. You would only actually use the Heroism at like 25 plus though. Everything prior to that, you're better off to keep scouting out for the room and just save the Heroism for a later room. You have a Orb of Ascension. What should you use? Use it on? It would depend heavily on what you have. You mean a smaller blue one or a bigger blue one? Is it Major Orb of Ascension or is normal Orb of Ascension? If it's just normal Orb of Ascension, you use it on legendaries. Anything that's ascended up to legendary or legendaries themselves, you use it on one of those, and then you go and just get it to Mythic that way. It tends to be the best value of anything to use on. It's something upgraded to Legend and just upgrading it. As far as specifically what you would use on, that would depend on a lot of factors. You can use it for Kingdom upgrades. You could use it most likely specifically on some Legend that you use a lot, just to get it up to Mythic. And, yeah, that's a general strategy for it. As far as specifically, it would depend heavily on what you actually currently have upgraded. So basically look at what you currently use, and if you have a good Legend on it that seems like it would be okay to go upgrade, then just go upgrade it then with the Orb. That, or you could save it for something that specifically gains a lot of value from being upgraded. Generally, the best things that gain a lot of value from being upgraded from Legendary to Mythic would be troops that specifically have a good magic boost ratio. So things that do full AoE damage and stuff like that, like a Queen Titania, for example, would be something really good, or Yagwe, to upgrade to their next ascension, just because they gain a lot of value from being leveled. Especially in Yagwe's case, because not only does he gain value off of the extra magic, he gains value off the extra HP that he has as actual damage output. Similarly, a Sunbird ascended to Legendary would gain quite a bit of value from being upgraded, because not only does it use magic stat every time it's using its HP, both of which is increased by the ascension. Yeah, Sunbirds are a really nice thing to put it on, especially if you're actually doing like exactly what we're doing now or similar. Because it makes it more consistent that you'll actually get the kill. I believe ascending it from Legend to Mythic is about 5 or 6 extra damage. Which isn't like a huge amount, but in a game mode like this, where stats are so low, it makes a really huge difference in Explore. Would Wrath be okay? If you're using it a lot, it could be. I personally don't, but if you feel like you're using him a lot, it would be fine. It would keep him alive longer, and it'd give him slightly more skull damage. He doesn't gain anything off of magic though, does he? I forget what the second part of his ability was actually off the top of my head. But, yeah, it'd be okay if you were using him a bunch. I personally wouldn't, but this is because I don't actually use them. But that's mainly because I have other options. I don't really personally care for how he functions. He's definitely a pretty decent first slot troop, though. I think the biggest thing that he gets used for is actually with the most recent Mythic. He's not too bad in combination with it. But there's also some skull spam teams that use him. Well, pretty much any team that would use him is a skull spam team. Because that's the whole point of using him in the first place. Yeah, I meant that as in I don't think he had anything that boosts based on magic. No, he does not. Yeah, he doesn't have anything that boosts based on magic. But getting him ascended gives him slightly more attack, armor, and HP, which will make sure he doesn't die and make sure he does slightly more damage. But he doesn't gain any value from the magic aspect. What's the Sunbird team? This exact team. And if you don't have Forest Guardian, you can run what's that thing called? Swarm Scatter? No, it has scatter damage. It's something Swarm. Why can I not remember its name? It's a brown-green troop that does split damage. You can use that in this place. You can also use Rowan in this place. You get that for free from completing out Forest of Thorns. And Firebombs required is fully traded. And you can replace out Ogrin if you don't have it fully traded with Hero using anything. Just so you gain Hero XP. Midge Swarm. Yeah, that was it. Thank you. Yeah, either Rowan or Midge Swarm. Midge Swarm is cheaper, but for Rowan is better, but you get it, and you also get it for free from completing out Forest of Thorns. Forgot its name for a second. Yeah, this team is the best team for running Explore. I don't think there's a single thing that can possibly be better, other than using your hero just to gain hero XP. But since we're using Titan, I'm not bothering with that. I guess we could switch to not Titan, if we don't specifically need Titan for anything else. But I haven't really been bothering to level many hero classes lately. Okay, we got a Glory Gnome. Best gnome there is. Let's see, 1,000 Glory drop. Or Vault Key, please. Please, we still have not seen a Vault Key. There we go! Redeem code time! Finally! We found one Vault Key. It took forever. Wow, that looks so shiny with the image. I need to go screenshot that. It looks really cool. I need to like put that as a thumbnail at some point. That actually looks really cool, the Vault Key image there with the thing in the background. Looks so shiny. It actually looks like something like a good reward. But anyways, we got a Vault Key. I actually want to go use that Vault Key now because it took us so much effort to actually get it. Let's go use it and see what we get. Just as a reminder, difficulty has no effect on this. So just put it on normal. I don't know why there's even a difficulty option for it. It's really misleading. But a difficulty does not increase your reward for this. Okay, give us something good. What do we get out of the vault key? That's a pretty pitiful drop. 600 souls, 60,000 gold, and 5 gems. But could have been worse, and it's still better than if it was not a vault key. But anyways, that's that. Let's go give out a redeem code as well. I did say when we get a key, and that is a key, or a vault key specifically. Mark it, copy it, paste it, and put it into the thing. Boom, boom, backspace. Boom, boom, backspace. And put the whole handle into the other thing. And there you guys go. Use it on gemsofwar.com underneath the game code section. Simply click that link. Your invite code can be found underneath the settings menu, whatever your game says there. Redeem code is right over in chat. You can just copy paste it. It's right over there as well. And it gives the same reward as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, and 2... oh wait, I said that. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, and 2,500 gold. There you go. Well, let's keep going. We found 1, but we want more than 1, obviously. Ideally, we'd want like 10 plus. Maybe he'll have another one. Oh, that'd be amazing if we got back-to-back vault keys. I have gotten it before. I've never gotten 3 in a row, though. Ah, I was so hoping for it, but nope, he just gave us normal gold. Why do I have this team in this order? Why would I not have the team in this order? The only thing that would slightly make this team better would be if I moved the Firebomb behind the Ogryn. But I'm used to having Firebomb in 3rd slot, so I just keep it in 3rd slot. Because there'd almost be no instance where it'd be relevant getting Ogryn to full mana. He's just there to give 5 extra stats to Sunbird, which gives technically 10 extra damage. 5 because of magic and 5 because of HP to a 1-to-1 boost ratio. You can use Dawnbringer with a team like this, though generally you don't, just because it needs 10 mana, which is a lot of mana. It also generally does not clean up an entire team like Mythics or Legends. It's a lot of damage, but it can't clean up things that have that high of a durability, whereas Sunbird can because it's split damage. That's why you use Sunbird and Rowan and stuff like that. Just because they do split their damage, and it allows you to clean up all of them. AoE tends to not do that as well in this particular game mode. It's one of the few instances where AoE is not actually that good. Oh yeah, you should always use Firebomb for every quick explore team in the entire game. Or I shouldn't say every single one. There is 2 main options you can use. It's Elspeth and, well, I guess actually technically 3. No, well, I guess mainly 2. It's, well, actually, yeah, 3. You could use either any of the Empowered Converts. You can use Elspeth, which ends up destroying a troop, like a tier color 1. So, for example, we can use Elspeth, use it on this, create red, and then get mana. The biggest issue with Elspeth and why I personally don't run her, I did in the past, but I don't anymore. The biggest issue with it is sometimes it will completely miss. And unlike Firebomb, if Firebomb just does its explosion thing, you're always getting at least some amount of mana from it, especially since it's specifically targeting for red, so you're at minimum just getting some red mana. But it is possible for Elspeth to get you literally 0 mana and just give the AI everything and just completely missing. Whereas at least with a Firebomb, even though your extra turn chance is a lot lower when using Firebomb, you're guaranteed getting some amount of mana. And you can still get extra turns like that. But it guarantees gives you the some amount of mana and some cascade, whereas there's a chance that Elspeth does none of that. So it's basically just more consistent. Though Elspeth does still have the quickest possible win in the entire game. You just use Elspeth, do it into that, Sunbird dead. It has a quicker potential win, but it overall, over the course of an hour or multiple hours, it's quicker using Firebomb than Elspeth. Though if you ever wanted to get like the quickest win ever, Elspeth can win in like a few seconds. You just Elspeth immediately, throw your AoE damage cast or split damage cast, and it's dead. The only big issue is when it misses. It's really bad. Okay, hopefully we'll get a few more Vault Keys. Even if we don't get Vault Keys, at least we might still pick up some gems, gem keys, and event keys. Vault Key! Second Vault Key! See, I told you, it's exactly what happened last time. We got no keys on Friday, last time, as well as this time. Then, midway through the Saturday stream, we just got all the keys. Exact same thing is happening. Let's see, did we get it again? Ah, gem key. Not quite. Not quite. I think we'll hold on to that Vault Key, though. We used the first one, mainly just because it was nice and special. But we have 20 at the moment, and I think we'll keep saving just because I believe a new gnome is coming in next patch. When next patch is coming is questionable, but I believe we're getting a jewel gnome. So it'll probably drop shards, all 6 of the colored jewels, and who knows, if they're nice, it might even drop diamonds. That'd be amazing if it did. Shards and diamonds would be its best 2 drops, if so. Hopefully it's not just the 6 colored ones, otherwise that'd be kind of pointless. Because there's already something that drops that. That would be called pets. Technically Pet Gnome drops that, because it gives you a game mode where you can go get them. That'd be kind of redundant if they added a gnome that specifically does that. But hopefully it'll drop diamonds and shards as well. Had 20 more chances for those major blues. I know, I can't believe we actually pulled one earlier. That was really lucky. Also, that reminds me, I did get another pet upgraded last night, or sometime off stream. Let me go do that now. Well, I didn't get it upgraded, I wanted it on stream. But we got another pet in upgrade range. Forget which one it was. It was that one, the muddy thing. He's a little bit low because he's one of the more recent ones that came in patch 4.0. He ended up coming in. 5 new ones that ended up coming in. They're all so low right now. He's the highest one I have of them. I don't know why, but I keep finding him, but I barely find any of the other ones. Like Bright Beetle was another one of them, but obviously he's way lower. But yeah, we're right there. If we can find a little bit more of a single pet, we are 5 away. We might actually get it this stream, depending on what the next pet is. It just has to be one that we are very close to maxing. But yeah, the next pet we get maxed is, another level. Doesn't even need to be maxed. But the next one we get is a major orb. That's going to be pretty nice once we get to that point. Maybe it'll be a blue orb, hopefully. Let's see, what's our current pet? No pet. You know what? Let's go to PvP. Let's go try finding a pet. Go use a, what team do we want to use? Let's just use the glory farming team. And then go do casual PvP with it, too. This is the team I've been using for the Griffin guy. Also, I didn't even realize your question, but I kind of answered it. But this is what I've been using for it. I've just been running it on casual PvP. Well, this one isn't a casual PvP battle, but the same difference. You just run it on very simple battles. And just Bronze Lock Pistol kill everything. And if you need, you can throw his ability in there. and you get a bunch of gold, and you get 6 extra glory. 5 off of him, obviously, and 1 off of hero class if you have it set. Titan ends up having it. You can also do it off of Warlord, and one other hero class has it too. I keep forgetting which one it is, though. Whatever one has the war tree on it. Yeah, you can just keep repicking casual PvP until you get a weak battle. And really easy 6 glory per battle extra, on top of whatever the default glory is. Which this late in the game with a level 100 Guild Guardian is 3. So we're getting 9 glory per battle by simply winning this battle. And it wins pretty quickly. Doesn't take that long to get it down. It's not the quickest way to get gnomes, but if you're bothering to try to get this guy for extra glory, it's the best way to get extra glory on him. Yeah, we should get a 9 glory drop. It's almost more than our souls. Yeah, 9 glory per battle. Even more if we took a harder battle. Though there isn't much of a point because we need to win quickly, so that we get even more glory. Might be less glory per battle, but you know, it's so much quicker that it's technically more glory. Yeah, we're getting a new pet on Wednesday. It's fully cosmetic. It's the 4-year anniversary pet. I still can't believe it. It's been 4 years of Gems of War next week. Or at least that's when we're getting the pet. I believe they're celebrating the 4-year anniversary that week. I don't even know the official date that's really considered 4 years at this point. There's a lot of dates that technically could be considered it. But they're celebrating it next week. But yeah, it's been 4 years now of this game. You're waiting for the Orb of Power Gnome? That would be funny. They would never add an Orb Gnome, though. Mainly because it would be way, way too broken. I wish they would add a Key Gnome, though. That would be pretty cool. A gnome that could drop every key in the game. Maybe even including VIP keys. There's currently no way to really obtain VIP keys. We're probably going to get some amount of them for the 4-year anniversary. They did for the 3-year anniversary, so I'm pretty sure they will again. But they very, very, very excessively rarely ever have any way of actually obtaining them. And it is possible to have them even if you don't have VIP 5 as well. This Monday night is the 4-year anniversary stream. Yeah, they're doing the 4-year anniversary stream this week, I believe, yeah. And they're giving out the 4-year anniversary pet on Wednesday. And we're probably going to get a bunch of rewards next week because of the 4-year anniversary. It'll probably start rolling out on Tuesday or something off the calendar system thing. Make sure to log in all next week because there's probably going to be some really big rewards like VIP keys and gems and other good loot. I think they gave out like a couple hundred gems worth of value last time for the 3-year anniversary. So it's probably going to be even more for 4-year. Who knows? Maybe it will be less. Your only mythic is Anu. Anu, unfortunately, doesn't get ran for much, especially without traits. And it's not really even that good value to trade it. It occasionally gets used on night teams, particularly blue night teams. And it occasionally gets used for blue Guild War Day, but that's about it, unfortunately. It could also sometimes be ran as a tank in delves if the rest of your team was already structured in a way that would work. Bring on the map gnome. I was just thinking of that too. That needs to never happen. Ever. $25 gem dropping Battle Crasher troop? That would be... no. I'd be surprised if they even make it one gem. Though, now that you say that, they probably will have a Battle Crasher next week. I forgot to really make much mention of it because it wasn't around. But, yeah, we didn't have a Battle Crasher this week. So that likely means they're only going to be doing Battle Crashers for special events and holidays. So they might do one next week for 4-year anniversary. Something that gives something special. Highly doubt it would be anything too huge though, but they probably would have one. This has a little bit of extra loot. See you, Migoli. Also, we will probably be streaming later today as well. I don't know if I'll get it fully set up today, but if I get it set up enough that I can test it, I'm probably going to try test streaming console footage. I'll probably just be playing Mario Party and messing around with that. Because I pretty much already have it set up. The only thing I need to really get set up now is the capture card. Once I have the capture card set up, literally everything else is working already. So it'd be good to go once I can figure out how on earth to get that working. But it shouldn't take too long. That would probably just take an hour to figure out, hopefully. And I believe I have all the cords for it, though we'll find out when I'm missing one. No, I shouldn't be missing anything. The only thing it really requires is all the cords it has in it and an extra HDMI, but I already have an extra HDMI off the Twitch console, so that should be fine. So I don't have an extra one. If you require a third one for whatever reason, I do not have one. I don't think it will. Oh, that reminds me, I also need to go back up all of my stuff on this computer. I've been meaning to go put that on the external hard drive. Or not really back up, I mainly mean like clear out memory. Because if I look at my drive right now, let's see, how much memory do I have left? I think it's like 8 gigabytes, which is like nothing. I only have 1 terabyte on the laptop itself. And actually, I say 1 terabyte, but it's more like not even remotely close. It's split across 2 drivers. One has like 600 and the other has like 200 on it. And the rest is just whatever. Like whatever background stuff it needs that just default doesn't allow you to use. I'm looking for computer. No, I'm not. I'm looking for... Well, I guess it technically would have been under there too. I need to go under file and then computer. I just want to see how much memory I have left. Actually, now that I think about it, that might be one of the reasons why the stream keeps being weird sometimes. I don't know, would memory have anything to do with that? I actually don't know. Because we currently only have 19.4 gigabytes left. But then again, that's actually quite a bit of room. In theory. But I still want to clear that out. Because that's not too much room remaining. Okay, we'll go and move that over. Blue. And I mainly say that because I don't know how big of a file the program is that I need for the capture card. It's probably not anything too huge. Probably like 1 gigabyte or a few gigabytes at most. But you never know. You got 7 arcane trait stones and 10 fights. That's really nice. Wow. What about Arachnine Weaver? Is he useful in any group? Yes, he is very, very good. He's not really meta for anything. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. He's really good in Delves, I would say, is the biggest spot where he shines. And the main location where you would use him. But he's good for true damage PvP teams, too. You can technically use them for true damage Guild War and stuff as well, but I wouldn't advise for it as much. I think PvP and Delves, with Delves being the main location, is basically where you end up using him. So yeah, you can synergize it with basically any true damage team. Just put it in there and just allow him to constantly keep hitting for very high damage. And in the case of Delves, you use it more so for the fact that it has Web and it has Summon. A really good summon too. They actually just buffed it this patch. They made it so Web Spinner does 3 times skull damage when against webbed enemies. And this is relevant with Weaver, because Weaver has a 75% chance to summon it. But not only that, but it has a 100% chance to web all enemies. And that's relevant because now that it gets 3 times skull damage on the web spinner, if it ends up killing with its explosion and then getting a summon, that web spinner will immediately have 3 times skull damage. Whereas before you had to waste multiple turns just to go and get it, but now it gets automatically. Do I have 8 gigabytes of RAM? Actually, what is my current usage on that? Let me go bring that up. I really do need to go, like, re-optimize my computer eventually. It's something I, like, very rarely do, and I probably have, like, a lot of stuff just running in the background that isn't even doing anything. Let's see. Task Manager. I'll just check this real quick. I want to see what's using it all. So I know Chrome's going to be using some because I have a window open for the chat, and it's also tracking the subscriber thingy. Let's see, come on, load. Okay, what's using up the most right now? Yeah, I don't know like too much about it. So we only have those 4 main programs running. My streaming software, the thing that's doing all my windows right now, the game itself, and apparently the antivirus thing is running in the background. Is it trying to scan right now? Why are you trying to scan my computer? Don't do that while I'm streaming. That's a good way to make it lag. Let's see. Disk isn't really being used. Actually, what is the difference here? CPU, memory, and disk. Memory is like capped out. So what's associated with memory then? It's being used for mainly on just everything that we're running right now. Let's see. Just all the background stuff. What's in the background that's taking up a lot? Nothing really. Steam's taking up quite a bit in the background. Let's see, and the rest is just normal stuff. I have no clue what they are, but I'm pretty sure they're important for making the computer work. And that's about it. Okay. So the main things are just the main few programs we're running, and then Steam in the background. I wonder if closing the... Oh no, never mind. Steam's already completely closed other than the client. Let's see, what else is there? Yeah, and other than that, just the antivirus thing and the normal things that we're running that we need to have open. And apparently the task manager itself even comes up as something. 16 gigabytes is the minimum you should have, really? Well, I am eventually going to be getting a completely new computer setup, but I could technically just add more RAM to what we already have as well. But yeah, I do only have 8 gigabytes currently. Or I believe I only have 8. Let me see. Yeah, it was 8, right? Actually, I can't even read that on there. Easiest way to do that would be actually just to check the computer internally itself. Let me go do that. Let's go under that. This should tell me. One of these has the thing for it. It would load. Well, anyways, while we're waiting on that, let's just go play. I've never actually bothered installing RAM before. I probably should. Then the inside of the laptop probably needs a cleaning anyways. Haven't done that for like a year. I don't know if I would go bother for 6032. That's a little bit excessive. Though that would help with rendering videos and stuff. Have I seen the new meta for next week? Cedric, Egg Thief, Key, Greed? Oh, I didn't see the new Egg Thief thing. Yeah, I'll go double check it later. That actually probably would be a pretty nice PvP team if we could get an upgrade on the key setup. Yeah, now that I think about it, I might even need to upgrade my RAM. Like, if I try doing this thing later with all the setup we're going to be having. I'm pretty sure the laptop won't be able to handle it. Might be one of the other reasons why our streams kind of get laggy too. Generally, trying to stream while doing anything tends to be a bad thing. It's normally not even the connection, more so than possibly the computer not being able to keep up. Okay, we'll go get that down. And let's get this glory now. Please have a vault key. Though even if you don't have a vault key, every drop you have is so good. 1,000 glory, I'll take it. Wow, we've gotten 2,000 glory just from glory gnome drops in the last hour. That is insane how much glory it drops. We were trying to get to 1 million for so long, and now we just get it like it's nothing. I'm pretty sure with glory, with the repicked gnome glitch, it is possible to do over 10,000 glory per hour. That's pretty broken. Because even without the glitch, we're getting upwards of 2,000 per hour. So why has this not loaded yet? There it is. Oops, that is not what I meant to actually go. Well, actually, device manager might have it under it. Probably not, though. This isn't what I meant to go under, though. Oh, while I'm in here, let me go update my drivers for... Actually, I probably shouldn't do that while I'm using everything. Probably wouldn't be a good idea. Plus, normally you need to restart after updating drivers for it to actually take effect. Yeah, that's not what I meant to go under. System information. There we go. That will probably have it under it. Hardware resources. No, that's not it. Where's the really easy compact one? I actually have no clue where this thing is. I'm trying to find how much RAM we have. System configuration, control panel. I normally find this within like seconds. I have no clue where it's hiding right now. Control panel wouldn't have it under it, I don't think. Actually, what does system have? System... I think that will just bring me back to... Oh, there it is, finally. Found it. Yeah, it's 8 GB. With 7.89 usable. I don't know, that's been enough for most of the things I've done. The only thing that's not really enough for is if I'm doing a lot of things while streaming or rendering videos. It's really slow for rendering videos. But other than that, or I should say, it's really slow for rendering videos while doing other stuff. Like, if my computer wants to render a video, that's like all it's going to be doing. Because everything else will just go glacially slow. Or if I do something else, it's going to hinder the speed of the rendering by a lot. I don't know, 8 seems like enough. But I might eventually get something with 16. It would be helpful, given the stuff I do. This game does use way too much, yes. They probably will be optimizing it more in the future, though. Is this CPU based? Yeah, I need to look up more on these things. I don't know too much of the technical side of things, unfortunately. Never really learned it at any point, and haven't bothered looking up too much information unless I specifically needed it at a given point. The Glory Troop spell is destroy magic plus 2 divided by 1. I mean, destroy magic divided by 2 plus 1 random gems. Boosted by gold. Gain 10 gold, summon a dragon egg. That seems basically like a weaker version of Bronze Lock Pistol then. Why would you need that in the team? It doesn't even do damage or anything. Oh, never mind. The amount it destroys is boosted by gold at 3-1. Never mind. You're right. That's an entire board clear then. I see. It's basically literally Bronze Lock Pistol in the sense that it just destroys everything. Okay, never mind. Yeah, that'd be viable. It's basically a second Bronze Lock Pistol just without the damage. Also, can we get Unsilence? That'd be nice. There we go. Wait, did we just kill the other guy with the random 2 damage? I keep forgetting he even has that. But the new troop that came in is the first troop to get the, whatever that trait is, the shock trait. 2 damage to a random enemy. Which is kind of funny because one of the other troops has basically 3 damage to a random enemy as a legendary trait. Yeah, his does it for 2. It's still really weak, but you know, you can get barriers off and occasionally gets kills. Or at least starts poking them down slowly. How much gold you get in one match? It varies. About 3,000, I would say, for doing casual PvP. But obviously, Cedric's giving us 200 extra each time. This one gave 2,527. But yeah, it really varies on a lot of factors. Like, this one's going to give way more because we're doing fire bombs, and we could even put it to Warlord 4 and gain even more on top of that. But this one should be more towards 3,500. Just keep passing our turn. He'll just keep firebombing. As long as we take skulls, that's the only thing we need to do with our turn. I also need to make sure I don't take an extra turn, would be great. Yeah, I wasted it. Stop moving. There we go. Stop taking skulls. There you go. And that should be... Oh, I forgot to get a little bit more gold. This should still be about 3,500. Yep, 3,000. It would have been if we got the gold. That's a little bit too strong. Let's go back. There we go. That's weaker. Also, anyone just getting here, I don't know if it's still active, but make sure to double check that code. It might still be working. Use that same location as always, gemsofwar.com ready for game code section. Well, if you need something really easy to obtain that you can use, Azura you get from Merlantis. Azura into a hero weapon tends to be pretty decent. And it can win you most battles. Rowan's also a pretty nice pickup to have too, that you get automatically just from completing out Forest of Thorns. Yeah, as far as getting better troops, easiest way to do that is just trying to get yourself into a bigger guild. One of your first main objectives that you normally want to do is, well, first is get into any guild. But try getting every single kingdom to level 10, and then try finding a good high gold requirement guild. By high gold requirement, I mean something that you can actually manage to do each week within how much you play. But you do generally want to go to the highest gold requirement guild that you can realistically do per week. Just because whatever it is will end up giving you a lot more resources for free from various tasks, and that'll give you a bunch more keys, gems to use on stuff, and just more resources in general. And doing that as quickly as possible tends to be one of the biggest goals, just because it gives you a lot of free resources, so you don't need to spend money on the game or waste as much time. But the main reason you need to have level 10 all kingdoms first is that's generally the biggest gold sink that you need to get done before you have a lot of spirit gold. Because after you do that, you have a ridiculous amount of spirit gold at that point. Oh, can people post links now? YouTube may have changed their policy on that, apparently. That, or maybe they have a specific option now where I can actually change it. Before it was by default always banned, but maybe there's now an option or something where I can choose if it is or isn't. But yeah, apparently people can just post links. You don't need to be a mod anymore. Oh yeah, we still do have one slot open. I think I mentioned that last night. I don't think I mentioned it this stream. If anyone can contribute 1 million gold per week and participate in all the guild related events, we do have one spot available. Yeah, the newest gold sync is Delves, but and it still sinks a lot of gold. Every new Delve that comes in is about a 1 million gold, but you don't really have to go and upgrade them. Like with Kingdoms, you kind of have to because Tribute is associated with it and a lot of other stuff. But at this current moment in time, there is almost nothing related to Renown rewards. The only thing that you get from High Renown that is relevant is the 2 stats that currently exist, and that's it. The 1 extra HP and the 1 extra armor. Those are the only 2 things. And you would eventually need to go dump some gold to go get the stats so that you could go and get those. But I don't know, you really don't have to do those. Whereas getting level 10 on all kingdoms is definitely required, just because tribute is allocated towards it. Plus it gives you the 1 stat per kingdom, which for only 130,000 gold is ridiculously good value. Why is it taking so long to go back to the main menu? Has that always been a thing? I always recall it only being the troop menu that had an issue with that. Also, what's our daily tasks today? We got 5 brand new one. Oh, we gotta go contribute gold to the guild. Let's repick this one because that one's awfully bad. Humans. We can use 15, I mean, we can use 4 of the exact same human together. And then we'll end up getting that. I think there's a good AoE human. We could just use Tesla or something. We'll do that later. Anyways, let me go contribute some gold to the guild. Actually, I need to go do 1 million. But yeah, is anyone going to be joining the guild right now? I don't think they are. Let me just go contribute then. I was going to wait until we have a full guild, but we'll do it with 29 people. I don't think I've contributed any gold yet this week, which is actually convenient because I got a task telling me to go do so. So let's go do it. Contribute, and let's see, we'll do like 1.5 million, I guess. There we go. And we get 12 gems for that. That's convenient. Let's see, what else do we get? We get those keys, 4 glory keys, 8 gem keys, and an event key. Actually, how many event keys do we have these days? Pretty decent stack. Gem keys have seen better days, though, unfortunately. That is such a small stack. We still have quite a bit of seals left, though. We have orb. Oh, no, actually, we dropped below 100,000. That's not good. Oh, we still have a bunch of orbs, so actually we technically have over 100,000. Now, let's go and farm, where it is, Explorer team. Yeah, it's about 1 million gold to get quality level 10, and about 1 million to 1.5 million to get level 100, depending on what kind of quality treasure you use. Which is a lot more than what a normal kingdom was. A normal kingdom would only cost you about, I think around 135,000 or so, between the 4,000 to buy the kingdom plus the gold required to get the thing to max to level 10. But then again, you still have to pay 4,000 for the new factions as well. Every new faction costs you 4,000 to obtain. So at minimum, you'd have to throw that in there. That's really small though. You have to in like a minute. It does not take long to get that much gold. Is it inappropriate for a random viewer to encourage others to like the stream? Nope, that is perfectly fine. Feel free to do so. That'd be greatly appreciated. I've been meaning to set up a little thingy that will do it automatically, so I don't even need to say it. Like one of those little image things that pops up. I have a little animation for it too. But haven't bothered doing that yet. I'll need to ask a friend. I know that they had it set up. I haven't seen an actual video on how to do it. I'm pretty sure it is. I might just be putting in the wrong keywords. I know one of my friends does it for his stream. Let's go Gnome, very nice. Go throw a red in there. Get Sunbird, dead. Come on, 1,000, or a Vault Key. Vault Key, third Vault Key. Very nice. We have an active pet at the moment? I do not believe so, but I'll go double check. Yeah, you can start preemptively killing because I'm pretty sure we don't currently have a pet active. Almost 99% sure. Yeah, we don't. So yeah, you can go kill the pet. There's no pet currently. Hopefully it's a good one. Actually, if it is a good one, we'll get a major orb. I really hope we do. Oh no, why, Weaver? I hate that so much. Every single time he casts Sunbird, he gets a web spinner. Or actually, it's a 75% chance, but still, it's pretty much every single time. And one more time. Okay, when that happens. Very rare that you see a Weaver, but that will happen when it does. Ooh, that was one of them. I think we only need one copy. We just got a major orb. Yep, it was. Thank you. Perfect. That was exactly what we needed. Oh, it's not a good one. Actually, you know what? Isn't this one for Mystics? Mystics aren't too bad. It's not the better. It's not, definitely not one of the better typings, but there are quite a few troops that fall under Mystics that aren't horrible. First thing that comes to mind is like Dragon Soul and Famine and stuff like that. But yeah, we only need one copy, so that's a major orb. Demonetized by PETA. Actually, when I start streaming anything Nintendo related, unfortunately, it instantly gets demonetized. I'll probably make 0 cents for any of it. But it'll still be a lot of fun. At least initially, anyways. You can get partnered with Nintendo, and while you get even less ad revenue than you would from a normal video, you'd still get some amount of ad revenue instead of 0. So I'll eventually do that. I'll need to look into that. I don't know what the requirements are to get partnered with them. Probably pretty high, but hopefully it's pretty low. I know with YouTube, it's ridiculously easy to get partnered with YouTube. Twitch is pretty difficult, though. But hopefully Nintendo is somewhere in between, or even easier. And what's nice is they just send it right to PayPal as well. They don't even need to go through any other system. Let's move that over. The cut's like ridiculously small, though. Whatever they give. That's better than getting literally 0. Alright, move that down, get Skull on there, get Furnace, and just kill it out. Five more and we get a major orb. Hopefully a blue, or a purple. You just walked your dog and she just stood there while a dog on the other side of the fence peed on her? That's funny. She didn't know how to react.
Mana surge. Mana surge. Mana surge.
Okay, we'll get the Ubisit down. The Furnace. We're that summoner before he summons. What else? We'll take... oh, that's not enough damage. He has 25% reduction. Whoops. I know, we already know it's gonna be a green orb. Haha, kinky dog. To think you'll send her to a White House. Oh. The burn. But yeah, people shouldn't kink shame. Like, with the whole thing with Donald Trump's, like, of all the things to, like, hate Donald Trump for or anything like that, that's, like, the weirdest one. Out of every single thing that you could possibly hate him for. Yeah, let's get the Infernus. And let's kill it out. Oh yeah, I forgot. We need to actually kill this before it transforms us. It's very rare that it gets it, but it can make one of them into a toad, which we don't want. If it's a blue orb, go and open all your vault keys. Haha! Actually, if it is a blue orb, I will. If it's a blue orb, we will open every vault key we currently own. How about that? If and only if it's a blue orb, a blue major orb, I will open every single vault key we have. But okay, we'll try getting him down before he silences. Ah! Why? No, no, no. I hope he realizes he has other status effects other than silence. Okay, we'll go and kill that out before he silences us even more. I like how he does it on the two most important troops as well. There we go. Okay, now we're fine. Just need to get the last little bit of damage. Moment of truth. Let's go claim our green orb. I'll move that over. That will kill it out. You just got Soul Zora from a gem key. From a gem key. Good to troop to use. It's a good troop to use, but there isn't much that it synergizes with, unfortunately. But like, it's good for early game soul farming when you have literally no other option. The only real big issue is there's almost no team that runs it properly. You basically just put it behind a bunch of mana accumulation and just poke it occasionally. That's about it. The other big issue it's only good when you're fighting things stronger than yourself. Because it only gets extra benefits when it has less HP. Which is a weird mechanic to have, but it is what it does. Nobody bought him a personalized blanket. I don't think I've ever had a personalized blanket, so they're always pretty cozy having a blanket of some kind. I actually have a really, really cozy one on my bed. It's a nice fluffy bluish one. Like a cyan color, bright blue. I always liked very fluffy things. Anything super fluffy and cuddly is always see. We'll throw Infernus down and dead. Yep, almost dead. And now dead. Oh, if it'll let me click. Okay, so we only need 1 copy, so we have a 100% chance that we'll get 1 copy, since the last battle already gives us 1. So it doesn't even matter how many copies we get, and it only gives us 1. Well, that's fine, because that's all we needed. Okay, let's go get this guy upgraded. And feed him. There we go. Okay. Moment of truth. What's in our major orb? If it's blue, we'll open every vault key we have. And if it's anything else, no. Please not green. Actually, green would be better than orange, kind of. Oh, no. Just give us a blue. How about that? Nope. It's a purple. That's actually pretty good, though. That's 75 gem keys. But, that is not a blue, unfortunately. But it could have been worse. But it could have also been better. But that's still not too bad. We got a major blue this weekend. We got like 2 or 3 major purples. Dude, I forget what else we might have gotten. No, I think that was it, right? 2 major purples and a major blue. Just kill it out. There we go. There are many people leaving the game. I don't know. Has there been too many people leaving the game? It's overall been increasing. Like, some of the big people who've been playing the game for ages occasionally have been leaving over time. There's been a lot of things that have triggered that over time. Either just other life stuff or just changes with the game or anything else. But no, it has been perpetually growing for forever. There's almost never been an instance where it hasn't been growing. Other than, like, the really, really controversial patch they did, like, about a year prior to now, like last year around this time, which ended up completely overhauling the visual aspect of the game for what it currently looks like now, compared to the more stylistic version it had before. But other than that, the game has always been in basically a perpetual state of growth. Yeah, every game eventually will have people turning over just from the game getting so old. Because obviously people don't just play the single game forever. There are people that do it, like myself, who just enjoys playing the game basically for its entire lifespan, but not everyone does that. And not everyone does that for every game, obviously. It'd be impossible. Also, TMI. What did I say that's TMI? I didn't say anything. The fluffy things were TMI? What? You don't like cuddling like with cats and stuff? And blankets? Oh, you were just joking. I don't know, everyone likes cuddling with their pets. It's kind of like one of the whole reasons for having a pet. That and petting it and stuff. Oh no, what did you think I meant by it? How much longer is the stream? Probably about another half an hour or so. Though we will probably be streaming in a few hours from now. I'm gonna grab a bite to eat and then figure out how on earth to figure out, or try figuring out how to get the capture card working. And once I get the capture card working later today, if I get it working later today, we'll probably stream some Mario Party and see how that goes. News, JCG hates kittens.
Mana surge. Mana surge.
Yep, that is the wrong convert. That won't do anything. We'll stick to red. See you, Bills. Have a good day. And thank you. But yeah, if I can actually get the thing to start working correctly, the stream thing, we'll probably stream tomorrow as well, sometime midday. Might as well. Because I have nothing planned for tomorrow. Well, pretty much most of this weekend, which is why I bothered to even try setting it up now. Because originally, of course, I was going to do something completely different this weekend. And now I have nothing to do because the schedule got changed. So, yeah, I'm pretty free this weekend. It's also why I got the haircut the other day and everything, too. Yeah, there are plenty of guilds that require very little. Even though there's a lot more things to do within the game these days, there are plenty of guilds that have like nearly no requirements that are still active. It's important that they're active though. You still, even if you join a casual guild, like an excessively casual guild, you still want to make sure it's a active, extremely casual guild. Because you get more resources that way. But if you go into Gems of War forum, you can definitely find them. There's plenty of them out there. Global Chat 1 normally has them too. But more often than not, Global Chat 1 mainly... no, actually, I guess you could maybe find more casual ones in Global Chat 1 as well. Then again, actually, that might be a better place than the forum. But at least with the forum, it's very easy to see what all the requirements and everything are for guilds. Whereas some people in Global Chat don't post everything. Or some of them do, but mainly like the bigger ones do. Like the ones that give like a document of information on the guild stuff. Like we could probably see a few of them here. Actually, no one's really doing it, but you can see like here's like a bunch of things as far as like what all the requirements are and everything. Like here's a pretty casual one. Our guild's looking for active players above level 100, 1,500 seals, 50,000 gold, 100 trophy. That's like pretty within the casual range. Really easy to do. We could do 50,000 gold in like half an hour. Not even. We could do that in like 10 minutes. At least this late in the game. Earlier on in the game, it obviously takes longer. And when you don't have as much stuff to use. Yeah, we do still have one spot open ourselves as well. If anyone's interested in it. 1 million gold requirements and participating in all guild-related events. If anyone wants it, we still have one slot. Oh yeah, I haven't bothered checking the official Gems of War Discord for a while. But yeah, there's a lot of different assets there.
Mana surge.
Hello, Maximuse. Welcome. So far we found 3 vault keys, anyone just getting here now. It took us forever. It took us until an hour and a half into the stream, but we finally found them. So with that being said, we've actually found 3 vault keys in the last hour. But that's the only 3 vault keys we've gotten so far. So pretty good hour so far. We also got 1,000 glory drop twice in that time. And of course a bunch of other stuff. Yeah, the second account has every single code I've ever claimed on the main account. So it gets quite a few that way. When was the last time? I believe last Sunday. We ended up playing on it a little bit. It has been a while since we've really played a lot on it, though. And on a weekend like this, we definitely mainly want to put it on our main account. It's because it would get more value out of it. Yeah, glory gnomes are excessively high value. Every drop they have is amazing. And in some instances, if you get a really bad vault key, their 1,000 glory drop is better than the vault key. Not always, but it can be, depending on how badly the vault key feels like dropping for once. Like, if it drops a common, and you just get scraps off the other 3 gnomes, it's better just getting the 1,000 drop of glory. It's the only gnome that has a drop better than the vault key. Potentially. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I guess technically in a normal gnome, under some circumstances, the 3 event keys, yeah, the 3 event keys, the 4 gem keys, and stuff like that on it can sometimes be better than the vault key. But only ever so occasionally. Yeah, I saw the Jewel Gnome. Jewel Gnome, I believe, is next patch, 4.2. We don't know its drop table, though. They probably don't even know its drop table. Come on, 4 Folky. Nope, 2 diamonds, useless. I don't think they're gonna nerf diamonds. I think they might actually even buff it over time. Just because the more mythics that come into the game, the more diamonds need to be in the game. Because they need to curve it up so that newer players aren't completely overwhelmed. So I'm pretty sure we'll be able to drop diamonds to some degree. Arcane Gnome? That would actually be a pretty cool gnome as well. It'd be completely useless for late game players, but it would be pretty useful to have, though. A gnome that just drops, like, 2 of each arcane. Or not literally all at once, but you know. Like, all of its drops are, like, 2 of a single arcane. Or something like that. That's one of the really annoying things actually about legendary tasks these days. They drop one of their bigger drops are like runic trait stones and arcane trait stones, but later in the game you don't even need them anymore, ever. Especially with orange orbs existing. Oh, oy. Yeah, I have way too many diamonds. I think I'm sitting on, I don't want to know how many. Let me see. It's I want to say 25k. maybe even more. We're sitting on 29,000. And I actually have more than 29,000. I actually have, whatever 29,000 plus that is. Let's see, let's get the exact value, might as well. The 1,570. Let's see. 1,570 plus 29382. We currently have 30,952 diamonds. That is enough to craft math. Let's just divide it. That is enough to craft 7 mythics, almost 8 mythics. Is how many diamonds we currently have. Too bad I can't convert that into anything relevant. You can convert souls, but that's obviously not ever useful. It's a complete waste of that resource. But I don't know, I have nothing to ever use them on, really. Because I have every mythic in the game. There are some I could technically buy a second copy of, I guess. But that's the only thing I could really use them for. Nothing else really uses diamonds. Does gnome repicking still work? Yes, gnome repicking still works. Well, I'm not converting to shards, even though it's probably never going to happen. I'm not converting them just in case they ever add a specific thing that requires the shards. Or maybe they might finally add something that requires the color jewels that might require a lot of them. And then we might want to craft into those instead. But, yeah, I'm just keeping them as shards at the moment because we have no need for them to be diamonds. So we might as well keep them just as shards in case we need to convert them to something other than diamonds later. Though diamonds is the best thing to convert them into, from value-wise. It's just you never know, there might be something else to put them into later. What is gnome repicking? If you leave a battle and then immediately go back into a battle without going into any other screen or repicking or anything, it gives you another gnome. It can be the exact same gnome, but it gives you another gnome. So you can do that to basically change what gnome you have. Though if another screen pops up or anything else during that time, it will undo that. But it would, in theory, allow you to get any gnome for any battle after you've already gotten a gnome in the battle. There has to be a gnome already in the battle, though. When are these things coming online? What are you referring to with that? Oh, the things that are coming in the future? Oh, I have no clue if they're going to be doing anything with them. I'm just accumulating them in case they do something with them. Basically with every resource. That's also one of the reasons why I'm even exploring right here. I'm trying to gain Arcane for the Arcane I have the least of. Because you never know, they might add something that requires Arcanes in the future. That requires us to have a lot of each. So it's mainly just a safety precaution in case they ever do add it, so we don't have to grind it later. And we might as well. It's better to have them all split than to have like 1,000 of a single Arcane. No, I don't know anything. There's a possibility they might, especially since there's a jewel gnome in the works that we already know. Is pretty public knowledge. So there's a possibility they might do something with it. But no, they haven't done anything with it yet. Actually, I don't even know a single thing that's even in next patch yet. We know basically no info on it. Supposedly, it's not even coming until like January either. January or February. Most likely January. Because they said they're not doing another patch supposedly this year. But you never know. It would be the first year ever that they don't do a patch before the holidays. But it might be possible that they're not. They're planning out what they're doing all next year, probably. Have you seen a better arcane payout this weekend? No, it's the same as always. So if you're doing a lot of explore, you're just naturally going to get a pretty good arcane payout. That's the best way to farm arcanes in the entire game. You're simultaneously always going to be getting at least some amount of good arcanes from it. It comes out to about 8 to 12 per hour, give or take a few. Oh, I think that's trying to get Sunbird to full mana. Be helpful if it actually got to full mana. There we go. Come on, Volky. Hey, Volky! Very nice. That's our 4th one, right? Yeah, should be. Actually, we can easily tell because we have to add 1 to whatever we currently have, and that's or we have to. Let's see. It was 19, then we used 1. So we had 4, yes. Yeah, we have 4. So we've gone 4 so far. Because we were at 19, then it went to 22, but we used 1. So yes, basically we just needed minus 18 from whatever we currently have. And that's how many vault keys we've accumulated today. All in the last hour as well. We didn't get our first one until about the hour-and-a-half mark. And it's the 2-hour-and-a-half mark right now. So that means we basically got 4 vault keys in an hour. And those are the only 4 vault keys we've gotten so far. So pretty lucky hour. It's basically a vault key every 15 minutes. Which is insanely good value. If that was the value always, we'd be just spamming them like crazy. That is a very lucky hour though. Oh, we gained a level, nice. Let's do it on to blue. Keep them even, kind of. I always go all in on purple. Next we'll claim our reward. It's pretty trivial, but it adds up. 1 event key and 100 glory every level. Takes forever to gain levels, but still nice. Better than nothing. No problem, Kevin. Judging by the Doom event, do you think they're going to force hardcore players to spend gems and not use their massive resources? Well, the Doom event was supposed to accumulate gems. They're probably going to rework it before the next Doom comes out to actually be better value. I don't think they're going to add a way to drop those scrolls. I don't feel like they're going to be using it for much. It seems like something you'll just get during the event and then have to complete it out again during the other event. And it just takes like 6 months and then that's it. Because there's not much that uses it. Currently there's literally only one thing, and that's each of the 6 Doom weapons. Yeah, it requires a really absurd amount of gems to do it. Is it actually 2,000? That seems about right. I think it's actually more towards 2,300. Yeah, I believe it's more around 2,300 to actually max it, somewhere around there. The best way to do it is just do just buy whatever you need to get to the weapon tier. But how much is that? Like 500 or so? And then just max it out the following week. And I believe you can do that twice by just going to 500. Or do 1 to 500 and then 1 to tier 5 or 6. Actually, you probably don't even need tier 6. I believe you do, you get the weapon at tier 4, right? So you'd probably just do a tier 4 and a tier 4, or tier 4 and a tier 5. The only big issue is that they're 6 months apart from each other. But that's the much cheaper, more efficient way of doing it, rather than going really crazy on one event. Which is kind of what we did this time, but even if you go really crazy on one event, for whatever reason, they stopped giving you those scrolls at 25, so you can never actually get all the scrolls. You'd have to buy them if you wanted it within the very first week, which is a highway robbery. How much it costs. And the weapons aren't even, like, exceptionally good. They even get weaker once you get the max as well. They don't even get stronger. But the big difference, though, with this leaderboard, though, is the guild-related one does not have a actual orb-related leaderboard. Raids does, Invasions does. This one does not. So even if someone was to perform very well, it wouldn't matter if the rest of the guild isn't.
Mana surge.
Oh, that is kind of funny. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, you get Ice Forge scrolls before you even get the weapon. Oh, maybe they will do something with it in the future then. I didn't even think about that. So yeah, maybe more weapons will start requiring those scrolls. What level did you stop your Doom weapon? Level 9. And I didn't stop it because I stopped it. I stopped it because it just didn't do any more scrolls. Yeah, we got it to level 9. Nine with 1 scroll left over. Hey, an arcane, nice. Too bad that's not a vault key. Anyways, does anyone else have any other questions? I think I'm going to start wrapping up soon and grabbing quick bites and then figuring out how on earth to set up this thing over here. Actually, let me go get it on screen real quick. This overly expensive thing, a capture card. Shiny. Let's do an unboxing right here. Our first unboxing. No, I would hate actually doing unboxing videos. For one, I can't open boxes if my life depended on it. Opening under pressure. I'm so bad at it. It literally dropped on the floor. Good job. Already trying to break it. They don't even have anything to like hold it back, which is why I was like, okay, what? And this is why I would never do unboxing. Anyways, I'm just leaving that there for now. Yeah. Luckily, it's a pretty soft floor. It's carpeted floor, so it doesn't actually matter. I've dropped worse on the floor, and it doesn't even get damaged. Yeah, this ridiculously expensive thing. I think it was about 150 or so. Where the HDMI goes in, and then the output. Seems pretty easy to set up. All you'd have to do is put one in, put one out, and just download the recording thing for it. And all the rest of the cords should be inside. Worst unboxing ever? Pretty much. Pretty much. And now it's worthless. No, a little fall like that's not gonna hurt it. No, it has a return policy too. If that did legit break it, they have return policy.
Mana surge.
Also, they always have the limited warranty thing as well. So even if it did break down, it's not a big deal. It'd be annoying, but it wouldn't be a big deal. At least it didn't explode. Actually, I am getting a screen protector for the Switch too. Even though I'm keeping it docked most of the time, I have a feeling it's eventually gonna fall. So, yeah. I'm preparing in advance and getting a screen protector because I know for sure it's gonna need one. Go throw the skull spam in there. Oh, I'm wondering why there's no sound. I don't even have the headphones in. Oh, that's one thing I forgot to think about. I didn't think about that. How would one go about stopping the audio? I didn't think about that. I need to go look that up, unless anyone knows off the top of their head if they've ever done it before. But if I'm capturing with this, I'm pretty sure it would capture audio, but how would I capture audio from the TV, but have it so it creates no noise? Because if it creates noise, the mic is going to pick up on it, which is the whole point of these headphones, so that the computer doesn't make noise. So I just put like headphones into the TV. I forget, how would I actually do that? I didn't think about that. I guess that could technically work. Ready to watch the reboxing for a return? Oh no, it didn't get damage from that. Or sure hope it didn't. No, it didn't. That's an open box and it explodes. Yep, never doing an unboxing again. Though I never intended to do one in the first place. What I actually thought was this line down the middle of it. I don't know if you can see that line. There's like a line down the middle. I thought it was strapped in because I thought that line was just strapped, so I didn't think it would just loosely be in there. It's in the software setting, just like in OBS. No, I mean, if I have a TV, the TV is going to be making noise. So I basically need it not to make noise. Hey, another Vault Key. Oh, we got 5 Vault Keys. Almost all in the same hour. Nice. But basically, I need the TV not to be making any noise, but it needs it to be recording the audio as if it is. Imagine the views if it actually exploded. No. The new marketing slogan, our product survived Tacet. What even? But yeah, we got our 5 Vault Keys. That's actually more than I was expecting for today, that's for sure. But let's go clear out this battle. Let's go set this thing up off stream, not on stream. I'll fail a billion more times if I try doing it on stream. Actually, I don't know. Should we try doing it on stream? That'd be a fun little project. I don't know, would that be interesting? Probably not. Setting up a bunch of random stuff with Tacet. Let's see. This is all the cords we needed, right? I should have everything. I just needed these 2 cords, and they both come with it. The only other cord I needed was a second HDMI, but I already have that plugged into the TV, which I believe was the only other thing I needed. Yeah, I'll probably do it off stream. Because it's just going to be a bunch of random setup for everything. Do it on screen. Let's see. I should probably look up the instructions because I don't know everywhere where I need to plug every single thing. Well, this needs to go into... Wait, computer or the other one? I'm trying to think now. Oh, I'm trying to drop the box now. Box just trying to fall down onto the thing. There's all the cords, right? Yeah, that should be the only 2 we needed. So this would go into computer. I need to go get rid of my face for a second. Okay, we're gonna disappear for a moment. And we should be back now. Oh, is it frozen? Oh no, it froze. Oh no, it's not working either. What? What? Wait, what? That's not good. Why is my face cam not even picking up now? Does that USB slot just not work? Hold up. That could be a problem, because I only have 6 USB 3 ports. Yes, I'm using 6 USB 3 ports. That's a problem if my 6.1 is not working. Oops, what is this other one I'm trying to unplug? I don't even know what I'm trying to unplug. Let me unplug the mouse. Okay, does the mouse work now? Yes, the mouse still works. Why does this not work when I put it back in? Okay, plan B. Let's close the stream real quick and start it back up. This might completely end the stream though if I do that. Fail. Well, we might just not have webcam, but then again, what would be the point in doing that then? Let's see, we broke everything! My capture device changed? It shouldn't... Oh, it may have. Okay, that could have done it. Let's see. Well, let's go rechange it then. Back to what it should be. Let's see, where's my head? Where did it even go? What's it doing? Okay, let's get rid of the head completely. Nope, it's still using the same one. It's just not picking up on it. The problem is the... Oh, there it goes. Now it's picking up on it. Okay, that was weird. Boom! There we go. Okay. It's all good. So now I can plug this into the USB 3 on the side of the laptop. Somewheres. There we go. All good. Okay, so that's in there. Where's this even go into though? Input, output, do you even say? Instructions. Let's see. What do you say instructions? Do you even have instructions? Oh yeah, I wonder if I need a thing for the analog audio. It actually has one for it. I might need something to plug into the TV that I can then go plug into the Oh, I found the thing that tells me what to do. But I might need to go get one that plugs into the TV and then plugs into the box itself. But anyways, we got this. Already have fingerprints all over it. But all I need to do is put this into the slot right here, off to the side, so that we actually get the thing on the computer. Hey, it made lights. We got lights. Progress. Okay, and now we just need to go hook up the HDMIs to the, well, we have one to the TV, and then we need the TV to the box, right? You go in or out? Oh wait, or will we need another cord? Hold up. Wait, we might need a third cord. Oh, no. Okay, I see. We put the input into the... Wait. Then how will it come up on the TV? Or does it still go to the TV? So we put the inputs of the Switch one over here. So we take that out. Put this into the input from the Switch. And luckily it's on the right side, so that works perfectly already. If it'll fit. Am I putting it upside down? Yeah, of course I am. Anyways, that's the Switch one, so that goes in there. So we got that now. And now we just put the output. And that would be the TV itself. And now it has to go off screen for the rest of the time because there's no way it would fit on screen. And now I just need to download the program for it later, which we'll definitely do on stream, because trying to do that on stream would take way too long for it to try to download. But, yeah, it's hooked up, technically. We'll find out if it's actually working a little bit later. Actually, we might as well start trying to stream immediately then, if it's actually working. I'll go try doing that. I'll grab something really, really quick, and we'll just eat on stream. But yeah, I'll go check that right now. I will have to end the stream real quick, just to transition it to the other one. But yeah, we're trying to set up a Nintendo Switch. No, audio and video goes through HDMI. Oh, okay. That'll work then. Well, we'll find out in a moment. But yeah, let me go end out the stream, grab some really, really quick bites. And yeah, we'll go try bringing it up. If I'm not back in like half an hour, it's because something went wrong. Also, why is my face not moving? The webcam's working. Why is it not working? That was weird. It froze. Why is it so freezy? Like, froze for a moment. Anyways. Hopefully it won't keep doing that. But anyways, I'll be back in a few. Hope you all enjoy the rest of your weekends. And hopefully we'll be back in like half an hour or less to go stream some console gaming. But yeah, we'll be back soon. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, everyone. Goodbye.